what you working, what it's been.
Okay, so on average, kind of like a standard, not standard, that we kind of do is we usually look at the project, and then we stay around the 30%, especially on a substantial amount of money being applied for. With that, you know, she's gonna figure out another option that we have, but I mean, right now our 30% is about 62, and then we'd have the 5 for the painting of the exterior. So total would be about 67.7. Now, that's, you know, something that, you know, we just kind of want to enter into the conversation to you guys. I know you're asking for significantly more than that. What does that look like in your head? Like, is that a doable project? You know, if we offer you this, is that something that you guys would want to consider? Or, you know, do we enter into a redevelopment if, you know, we are somewhere in that range?
I mean, I think, and we haven't spoke to this, so guys, but if we could at least get our, you know, one way or another on a deal and however we need to work it in order to get that add-on addition, because you guys, both of us are not going to benefit unless that addition happens. And in order to acquire the business with the assets and the real estate, we are tapped.
So the 30% is part of that 129. What we did, we took the building addition of 129, the concrete driveway and sidewalk,
No,
70,000.
yeah, I 100% understand how you got
The
there.
2 doors, 10,000, then that comes up to the, was it 209, and then we did 30% of all that.
I completely
And then we
understand.
turned around, added the 5,000, which we didn't take 30% on that part, it was 5,000, that's what we've been doing all the facade grants. So that gives you 5,000 there, so it comes up to 67,000, what did you say? 67,700. And then she's talking about doing that sales tax.
So based on the 67.7 figure, and if you consider the projected annual sales tax, if you took that, it'd be $15,000 a year. If you took that times 3 years, $45,000. So if you took the 67.7 figure of what the 30% is of the eligible cost, minus the $45,000 that they would then get over 3 years of their projected sales tax revenue, then that would leave 22.7 left that you could do as your upfront incentive for the project. Just an idea.
Yeah, you lost me on that one.
So what
what
it is
percentage?
we would, we'll break down your annual, like what your annual estimated sales tax is. So just for a projection cost, we kind of went through, so for 3 years, we roughly find that you will bring in $15,000. So what we will do is we will not take that from you for the first 3 years. So you would keep your sales tax, assuming that it would be about $15,000. And then we took that off, so the, you know, like the projected big number is 67.7. So once we would take off what the anticipated, you know, funds would be for the sales tax for 3 years, the remaining balance would be about 22,000. So that's what I could give you up front right now with no strings attached, as far as like, you know, what we do now is once you have your building painted, you bring your receipt in, then we pay you.
Right.
So right now we could say, well, we can give you 22,000 to start this project, to fund the start. And from there, in the next 3 years, we will not take any of your sales tax. So once you hit that 67, whatever, then you would start your sales tax.
That's not totally right on that, that 50, was that 5,000 for 3 years?
But
that's all it is.
I mean, isn't your original offer though the 60-some thousand without doing the tax?
Yes.
Like, wouldn't that be smarter for us to do that than
Well,
even
it's kind
take
of
a
up to you,
chance
because
on the tax?
this is contingent on that you do the following items, that you build on, that you do the parking lot, that you paint the building, this. So
Because the 60-some thousand gets us 3/4 of the way of the expansion, probably almost half, I guess half of the expansion. But like if we were expected to do the entire project on that, you know, and this isn't trying to hold hostage, just being honest. We're more concerned about, we would be more prone to pay 120 of our own money to have our expansion and not worry about the mess that everything else is gonna look like around City Hall.
Right.
So, because if you gave me 60, then I'm gonna have to use 200 of my own in order to make it look better outside.
Right.
And
Which by doing the facade grant, that would not be a part of the other. So you would get
Right.
that 5,000, once you got it painted, you just bring it in, we'll give you that. But the rest of this agreement would all have to be contingent on completion of that said project. So that is what the difference in these two offers are, is one is I can give you
Right.
some money to upfront it to start. It's not, I mean, it's a significant, you know, it's a third of what you're getting. You'll get the full 67, but it will be over 3 years,
Right.
assuming that your expansion hits those numbers that you would like for
Right.
sales tax.
okay.
Kirby, can you get